Listen to this very carefully before tonight comes to an end. My beloved child, for when the first light of tomorrow touches the earth, a great truth will be unveiled, and it will cause you to look back upon your life with completely different eyes. This is not a gentle reminder for you to hear and then forget, nor is it a passing call for you to postpone until some more convenient time. I am drawing near to you in this very hour with all my mercy, with the tenderness of a father who has watched every step you have taken, every time you stumbled, every night you endured in silence when no one knew. Heaven has waited patiently through many seasons, has seen the doors closed before you, the promises that seemed delayed, the tears you swallowed back while still trying to appear strong. But now, I will not let you step into tomorrow in confusion any longer. I want you to know that in the holy heights, the matters concerning you have been considered, remembered, and lifted before my righteousness and my compassion. You have not been overlooked. You have not been forgotten in the crowd. You are not a nameless sigh in this vast world. I know your name. I know your pain. And I know even the things you have never had the courage to speak aloud. My child, let your heart become still in this moment. For what I am setting before you does not come from intimidation, but from the deepest love. I am not calling you to make you tremble in fear, but to awaken within you a faith that has been covered by the dust of life. For a long time, there have been things hidden from your sight, not because I wanted you to live in darkness, but because the time had not yet fully ripened for you to understand. There are answers that, if they came too soon, would have overwhelmed you. There are doors that, if opened before their appointed season, would have caused you to enter while still unprepared. Therefore, I held you back, not to punish you, but to prepare you quietly. I have been building endurance within you, humility, discernment, and a heart that knows how to cling to the light even when the world around it is covered in mist. Tonight, before a new day begins, I want you to realize that my silence has never been my absence. The months when you thought nothing was moving were in truth the days when I was shifting things you could not see with ordinary eyes. The moments when you thought you had been left behind were the very moments when I was clearing the road ahead, uprooting hidden obstacles, correcting mistaken turns, and positioning you rightly to receive what has been set apart for you. Oh, my beloved child, the adversary has tried many times to cloud your understanding with fear, with doubt, with heavy thoughts that made you believe everything would remain the same forever. It has planted bitter whispers in your heart, telling you that it is too late, that what has been broken cannot be rebuilt, that you have lost too much and therefore have nothing left worth hoping for. It wants you to look at your past as a final sentence, to see failure as the end, to bow your head before your wounds and call them destiny. But today I speak to you with the power of unshakable love. Your past has no authority to rule the future I am holding. What has happened may leave a trace, but it cannot rise above my hand. The words people have spoken over you may have hurt you, but they are not the final word. The times you fell may have made you weary, but they cannot erase the purpose I placed within you before you even knew how to call yourself by name. I am your Father, the one who is not limited by time, not subdued by delay, not astonished by ruin, and not turned away by what others consider worthless. When I look at you, I do not only see what you have been through, I see what you will become when my grace touches every hidden part within you. I see the beauty after the seasons of endurance. I see strength growing beneath the ashes. I see joy returning to the places where you once wept. I see peace reigning where you were once troubled. You thought certain things had been stolen forever, but I know how to restore with an abundance far beyond what you lost. You thought certain opportunities had closed forever, but I can open a new way where you never thought to look. You thought delay was a sign of failure, but in my hands, even waiting becomes a womb where miracles are formed. Therefore, do not let the old voices pull you back into the room of fear. Do not let painful memories continue to define who you are. Do not let dark days make you forget that the dawn still belongs to me. You were not created to live forever in the feeling of defeat, nor were you called to bury hope beneath the judgments of others. I am lifting your face, not with cold severity, but with the merciful hand of a father who knows how weary you have become. I am telling you, prepare your heart. For what has been hidden is being brought into the light. What has been delayed is drawing nearer. What seemed shattered is being arranged again by my wisdom, which is beyond your understanding. Do not look at tomorrow with the eyes of yesterday. Do not step into a new season wearing the old garment of guilt, self-blame, and anxiety. I am covering you with a new hope, a new steadiness, a new breath, so that you may rise not as one who has merely escaped a battle, but as one who has been led through that battle into deeper maturity. My beloved child, this call has not come to you by accident. These words are touching you because I am drawing you closer, so that you will not miss the moment in which I am moving in your life. I want you to recognize that change begins first within, from the moment you stop agreeing with fear, from the moment you cease bowing your head before doubt, from the moment you dare to believe that I am still working even when you have not yet seen clear results. When you open your heart before me, when you allow faith to replace confusion, when you allow my light to enter the places that were once sealed shut, then you will see the doors outside begin to shift according to the order of heaven. Not because you are perfect enough, but because I am faithful enough. Not because you have never been weak, but because my strength can lift you up from the very place where you thought you could no longer stand. So listen to me in peace. My child, tonight is not the ending point of hope, but the threshold of a holy awakening. Tomorrow is not merely another day on the calendar, but it can be the beginning of a new way of seeing, a new turning point, a new courage within you. I am not asking you to understand everything at once. I am only inviting you to trust that I know the way, that I have gone before you, that I am holding what you cannot hold by yourself. Let your heart agree with my goodness. Let your heart stand on the side of the promise instead of the side of fear. Let the inner person within you be lifted out of the dust of disappointment. For I am speaking into your life with a love that nothing can hinder. You are still chosen to keep moving forward, still protected, still being restored, and there is still a radiant future in my hands. The truth is that I have chosen you for something greater than all your eyes have ever seen and your heart has ever dared to hope. My beloved child, Do not treat this word as a passing sound among the many noises of life, for I am speaking directly into the deepest place within you, the place that once trembled with doubt, the place that once fell silent from waiting too long, the place that once wondered whether you were truly remembered. I want you to know that what I have placed upon your life is not small, not accidental, and not delayed because I have forgotten you. There are seasons when I let you walk through the mist, not to make you lose your way, but to train within you a faith that knows how to hold fast to me even before the whole road is visible. And now, as the dawn of tomorrow draws near, a truth that I have guarded in my wisdom will begin to be unveiled before you. That truth will be like the first light of morning piercing through thick clouds, dissolving the confusion that has covered your heart for too long, breaking the heavy silence that once echoed through long nights, and pouring into you a peace that the world cannot create and cannot take away. You have asked yourself many times why certain things remained unclear, why your prayers seemed to fall into empty space, why the door you had been waiting for stayed closed, even though you tried your best to remain faithful. But I, your Father, have seen every step you took in secret, have heard every unspoken sigh. You have sustained you in the hours when you thought you no longer had enough strength to continue. What is about to be revealed is not merely news that will surprise you, nor merely a sign that will move you for a moment. It carries the fire of promise, the warmth of love, and the gentle guidance your heart has been seeking for so long. When that truth arrives, you will understand why I told you to wait, why I stopped you at certain turns, why I did not allow you to receive what you once pleaded for at the time you believed was right. I am not late concerning you. I have been preparing everything so that when it opens, it will not only touch your circumstances, but also heal the way you see yourself, your journey, and my faithfulness. Therefore, do not dismiss the movements within your heart right now as imagination, that stirring, that prompting, that feeling that something is quietly changing in the atmosphere around you is not random. I am awakening within you the ability to recognize a new season. I am calling you to rise from the land of weariness, from the old thoughts that once said you were too late, that you had missed your chance, that good things were only meant for others. No, my child, you have not been left behind. You have not arrived late before my plan. You are standing exactly where I want you to stand, right before the threshold of a holy unveiling. That door does not open because of your own strength, nor does it close because of your weakness. My own hand is holding it, and no one can shut what I have decided to open for you. The years that seemed like wandering without purpose have actually been leading you to this appointed place, where my promise begins to meet its appointed time. When that truth enters your life, it will not come like a weak whisper that fades away. It will be like a key placed into the right lock, opening the places that have been stuck for far too long. The things that once confused you will begin to take on a clear shape. The dark spaces you were once afraid to face will be illuminated by my tenderness. What the enemy tried to hide beneath confusion, lies, fear, and delay will no longer have the power to remain concealed. I will bring into the light what needs to be seen, not to wound you further, but to release you from the invisible chains that have held you back through many seasons. Where you were once misunderstood, I will bring clarity. Where you were treated unjustly, I will restore order. Where you were forced to remain silent in tears, I will cause truth to speak in a way that does not require you to fight with bitterness. Remember, not one tear of yours has fallen without my seeing it. Not one prayer of yours has been taken lightly. Whether it was spoken with a trembling voice or remained hidden in your heart as a silent cry. There are things on earth that may seem motionless, but in the spiritual realm, I have already commanded movement to begin. There are miracles you have not yet seen with your eyes, but they have already been placed on the road toward you. There are meetings, confirmation, opened paths, and restorations that I have arranged, not according to your impatience, but according to my perfect timing. Tomorrow is not merely another day on the calendar of your life. It can be the marker of a change you have sensed for a long time, but have not yet been able to name. When that light begins to rise, you will see that I was never silent because I was distant. I was silent because I was working in depths you had not yet understood. So, in this moment, I invite you to lay down the fear that has followed you for too long. Lay down the habit of protecting yourself through doubt. Stop believing that hope is dangerous simply because you have once been disappointed. I have not come to shame you for believing. I have come to show you that faith placed in me is never useless. What has been hidden will be revealed at the right time. What has been locked will be opened by the key in my hand. What has been silent will begin to speak in order, in peace, in righteousness, and in light. You do not need to run ahead of me, nor do you need to force everything to happen according to your own desire. Remain in the tenderness of trust. Keep your eyes fixed on me. Keep your steps calm, and keep your heart in holy expectation. I am leading you into a new morning, not only outwardly, but within your very life. What I reveal will not break you. It will lift you up. It will not cause you to lose direction. It will bring you back to the path to which I called you from the beginning. You will look back and understand that every season of waiting had meaning. Every delay carried protection, and every closed door was part of my mercy. Be at peace, my beloved child. I am your kind Father, the one who never forgets the word he has spoken. When the moment arrives, light will enter, truth will stand firm, and you will know that my hand has been upon you from beginning to end. O my child, from tonight onward, the season of holy illumination appointed for you begins to open. And when dawn touches the threshold of your life, I will lead you in the first steps upon the path I established long ago. Therefore, in this hour, hold my hand tightly, remain close to my presence, and let your heart settle into stillness so that you may hear my voice gently calling you amid the many sounds of life. Do not let the noise outside pull you away from this important moment. Do not let worry, doubt, gossip, or old memories drag you out of the place where I desire to meet you. Continue praying with a steadfast heart. Continue believing with an unshaken faith. Continue waiting with eyes lifted toward the light. For I am preparing to do for you what human strength cannot accomplish, reason cannot explain, and the powers of this world cannot prevent. When I stretch out my hand to act, Everything will become so clear that no one will be able to deny it. Those who once looked down on you will see. Those who once thought you had no hope left will fall silent. Those who once wondered how you could ever rise again will be amazed at the work I do in your life. But you, deep within your heart, will understand this is not luck, not coincidence, not the result of human hands, but my mark, the work I prepared in secret, the loving answer of the one who has never left you. You have waited a long time, but my child, that waiting has never been meaningless. I did not leave you standing in silence merely so you would grow weary. I let you grow in the hidden place, so that your faith would be refined, your heart softened, and your eyes trained to look beyond what stands before you. I saw you in the nights when you prayed with trembling hands because you were tired. I was there when you tried to hold on to one small ray of hope while everything around you seemed to be falling apart. I heard every sigh you did not speak aloud, every question you buried deep in your heart, every time you wanted to give up but finally whispered, "Lord, I still trust you." Do you think that word was small? No. My beloved child, that word rose before me like a precious fragrance. Your quiet trust, in the moments when you could not see the way, pleased me more than strong words spoken in favorable days. When you still chose to believe in the darkness, you proved that your love was not based only on what you received, but on me himself. For this reason, do not see the days that have passed as merely a season of loss. There are things I allowed to leave your hands for a time, not so that you would remain empty forever, but so that you would learn what truly comes from me and what only weighs down your heart. There are doors that close not to trap you in disappointment, but to keep you from entering a place no longer aligned with the promise I have for you. There are delays that were not rejection, but protection. There are things that seem to be taken away, but in my plan, they are being replaced by something purer, more enduring, and more worthy of the journey into which you are about to step. I do not patch your life together temporarily. I am rebuilding the foundation. I am not only returning what was lost, I am helping you understand your own worth in my light. I am not only lifting you to your feet, I am teaching you to walk with a new peace, a new courage, and a new clarity you did not have before. Remember, when I work, I often begin where you think there is nothing left to begin with. I call light out of darkness. I cause streams to flow through dry lands. I make flowers bloom on ground the world has called barren. Therefore, what you are seeing today is not the final conclusion of your life. The cracks are not signs that you have been forgotten. They are the places where my light will shine through. The tears are not evidence that you are weak. They are seeds of maturity. The seasons of loneliness are not a sentence. They are a sacred room where I teach you to hear more clearly, love more deeply, and believe more strongly. If you continue to cling to me, you will see that even the things that once wounded you will be transformed by me into testimonies of grace. What once made you bow your head will become the place where you learn to look upward. What once made you think you could not go on will become a step into a greater height in my calling. Now I want you to prepare your heart, not with fear, but with holiness and peace. Do not run after outward signs so quickly that you forget the inner transformation. What I am about to do around you must be received by a heart that has learned to depend on me. I do not only want to bring you into a new place, I want you to become a new person in the way you think, the way you love, the way you choose, and the way you guard your heart before changing winds. When dawn comes, everything may not immediately look like what you imagined, but you will sense a quiet movement. You will feel your heart becoming less afraid. You will see that old burdens no longer have the same power to weigh you down. You will notice a small door opening, a gentle reminder appearing, an unexpected opportunity drawing near, a strange peace covering the place that was once full of confusion. That is how I begin, gently yet powerfully, quietly yet unstoppably. Therefore, my beloved child, stay close to me tonight. Let everything that disturbs you move far away. Lay down the thoughts that make you blame yourself. Stop wondering whether you have been left behind. For I have never forgotten your name. I called you before you knew me. I kept you through seasons you thought you could not survive. I protected you through dangers you saw and through things you never knew. And now, I am drawing you closer, not to frighten you, but to comfort you, strengthen you, and remind you that my timing does not come late. When I open a new season for you, you will not enter it as one who is confused, but as a child led by their father. You will not have to find your own way through the shadows, for I will place light beneath your feet step by step. Trust me once more. Even if your heart is still trembling, surrender to me the things you cannot control. Let me touch the weary places within you and breathe new life into them. Your season does not begin with the noise of the world, but with my whisper in the secret place. My child, rise up. I am with you, and when you rise, you will no longer stand by fear, but by trust. When you walk, you will no longer walk in insecurity, but with the assurance that my hand is guiding the way. Tonight is the threshold. Dawn is the sign, and the days ahead will gradually reveal that I have heard. I have seen, I have prepared, and I have begun to do good things for you. There have been times when you thought you had been forgotten, as though the sky above you had closed in silence, as though the words you lifted up were no longer being heard. But my beloved child, that silence has never been a sign that I had gone far from you. There are seasons when I do not answer in the way you expect, not because I am indifferent to your heartache, but because I am protecting you from things you cannot yet see. There are prayers for which I have not opened the door immediately, not because I want to grieve you, but because behind that door, something has not yet been arranged in its proper time. You once thought delay was proof of refusal, but I tell you today that in my hand, delay can also be an embrace of protection. I placed quiet spaces between you and what you longed for, so that you would not enter too soon, not embrace what was not yet mature, not set your heart upon a place that would drain you. You were not abandoned in that season. You were being guarded, covered, and guided in a quiet way your eyes had not yet recognized. Look back and see. There are things you once wept over because you did not receive them. But if you are honest with your heart today, you will see that I rescued you from many things that seemed like blessings but could have led you astray. There were people who left and caused you pain, but their departure opened space for you to learn how to stand firm in me. There were opportunities that closed and left you confused. But those very doors kept you from stepping into a journey that did not belong to your calling. There were times when you were misunderstood, overlooked, and set aside, and you thought you were being lowered, but in the secret place. I was reminding you that your worth does not rest in human recognition, but in my unchanging love for you. What you call loss, I can use as the foundation for maturity. What you call silence, I can turn into a room of peace. What you call delay, I can transform into holy preparation for a new season. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. Let this word sink deep into your heart like dew falling upon dry ground. You are not being rejected. You are being rearranged. I did not cast you into darkness to find your own way. I led you through quiet places so the ears within you could become more sensitive to my call. I did not allow you to pass through trials to crush you. I used those seasons to strip away what no longer fits, to purify your desires, and to teach you to discern between what is attractive on the outside and what truly carries life within. There were burdens you wanted to keep, but I knew they would bend your back. There were concerns you considered necessary, but I knew they were stealing your peace. So I gently untied each layer, each cord, each fear, so that you could enter the path ahead with a freer heart. No season of yours is wasted when you remain in my presence. Even on the days when you thought you were merely existing, I was still at work. Even on the mornings when you woke with a heavy heart, I still placed the warmth of hope deep within you. Even on the nights when you no longer had enough words to pray, I still understood your sighs. I do not only see your public victories, I also see the hidden battles you have overcome when no one applauded, no one praised you, and no one knew how strong you had to be. I see how you kept walking even with tired feet. I see how you kept your heart tender even after being wounded. I see how you tried not to answer with bitterness even though you had reasons to be disappointed. And my child, these things are not small before me. Every choice made in secret, every time you held on to faith without a clear sign, has been weaving precious endurance within you. Therefore, do not despise the doors that have closed. Do not curse the rejections that once made you bow your head. Do not treat seasons of waiting as dead ground. In my hand, a closed door can be a fence of protection. A refusal can be a gentle redirection. A slowed season can be the place where I train you for something greater. If I had given you everything too soon, you might have valued the gift above the giver. If I had led you into the new season while your heart was still bound by old fear, you might have entered it with anxiety instead of peace. If I had allowed you to keep everything you once prayed for, you might not have had enough room to receive what I truly desired to give. Because of love, I rearranged things. Because of mercy, I held you back. Because of wisdom, I did not let you move too quickly on a road you were not yet prepared to carry.